And then you can just rip his head off and pour your, isn't that a little weird? Hi guys, it's Misty and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Misty and I am a reseller on eBay. I also own a brick and mortar antique store. And this video is going to be me kind of cleaning off a shelf, going through some things, showing them. I'm just taking you along with me as I'm cleaning and trying to reorganize the shop. And I just, a lot of you like to see some of the things that I have on the shelf, so I'm showing them to you. And as always, if you see something that you're interested in, you can send me an email at poshypate@gmail.com and we can discuss shipping. And that's pretty much what this video is. So if you enjoy those things, then make sure that you continue to watch. Before I get started though, I do want to show you my shirt. It says support local everything. And this was made by a really, really wonderful family. It's the Happy Camper Clothing Company. They have an Etsy store. I will link their Etsy store down below. You can check out them on Instagram as well. They do make these shirts. And in this time, we want to make sure that we are supporting all of our local friends and businesses. They do have these shirts for sale, so you can support a small business and possibly purchase a shirt and then wear it to show your support of your local businesses and your small business owners, because we need all the support we can get. So I hope that you check them out, and let's go ahead and get started with this cleanup. This video is going to be me just kind of clearing off this shelf here. This area of the shop has never really been my favorite area. I think it's because it's dark and I don't know. So I'm going to show you some of the things. I mean, I'm not going to show you every single thing because it would take too long. So I'm going to show you some of the things that are interesting that I think that you might like to see. So let me go ahead and start with these. Now I had shown these, well, not these, but some that were similar in my last vintage sale. These are vintage salt and pepper shakers. They are Ma and Pa shakers. They're $5.50. In the set of them, there's Ma and there's Pa, and they're from the Great Smoky Mountains. They do have the corks in the top, and they have there's like a clay jug, I guess you could say, from the Great Smoky Mountains. So those are $5.50. I am going to just kind of move this stuff around just so I can, have the space, because I'm probably going to use this area as like a shipping station eventually. I'm going to move this shelf, obviously, and use it for a shipping station. All right, let's just go ahead and show what's in this little basket. I'm going to show you things in the basket, and I can't use my hands if I'm holding it. It's a vintage Ansco PS Developer 10. So let me see if I can see. I think that this is like a photography thing. It's just a little tin. Unfortunately, probably someone put a piece of tape or something over that one day, and it just took off that front graphic. But you can see on the inside here, it has this really pretty graphic there on the inside, which this would look really cute if you had it open like this, and you could maybe set like a camera lens or something in there. It says it's an Ansco PS developer for Ansco and other films and plates for both tray and tank development. Ansco Company, Binghamton, New York, USA. But that's just a cool graphic on there, especially for photography people. It does have the labeling all the way around the sides. And I had $12.50 on this little tin. So that's pretty cute. I wish it had, the front of it was still in good shape, but the fact that it has this really cool graphic on the inside that can still be displayed pretty well, I think makes it pretty nice still. All right. I also have a little Wolverine shoe grease. I'm a sucker for packaging on old vintage tins. Just the graphics and the packaging alone, they just don't do it like they used to. Everything's just so mass produced, and this stuff it just had character. This is Wolverine shoe grease, and who would have thought that I would think that a can of shoe grease was pretty? But this is. It has these horses on it. It's probably glare. There we go. Wolverine shoe grease, and it has the horses. It's made from shell horsehide Here's the back of it. I have these washi tape over it because of the price tag. Let me take that off. It's made Wolverine shoe from Rockford, Michigan. There we go. And I had $5. That's a good price on this little thing. I would pay $5 for this in an antique store. But how cute is that? Just set on a shelf for display. Like it, like it, like it, like it. I like tins though. Oh, speaking of Wolverine, here's another one. This one's leather conditioner for shoes, and it keeps them soft. That's what the tin says. It's also $5, but it has a really neat graphic on it as well. It keeps them soft. And there's the back of it. Also made in Rockport, Michigan, or Rockford, Michigan. And it's also $5. So very cute. The basket that all of these goodies were in is, I don't remember where I got it at a yard sale or something, but I just thought it was just unique and fun, and really, for what it is, it's crafty. It's a homemade piece, but I thought it was just I always say magical. It was a little magical to me, but it's made out of popsicle sticks. But look at this. If I made this out of popsicle sticks, it would not look like this. This is like precisely done work. Look at that. How it gets smaller as it goes up. I just couldn't do this. But it also has these little dowels on the bottom. But I just thought it was good. It almost looks like a star on the bottom. Somebody was very crafty. I only had $3 on this, and nobody bought it. I just thought it was kind of fun. I honestly think it would be kind of neat to like put crowns in for, a child's table. It's just kind of a fun little basket made out of popsicle sticks. I don't know. I couldn't help but buy it because I thought it was pretty neat. All right, so let's see. Another tin of saddle soap. This is from La France saddle soap. See? La France. It's English style saddle soap. It's from Highland, Illinois, not La France. That must just be the name of the company. I guess you would use this on shoes. Would you use it on saddles? Was this for saddles, or is it just like for saddle shoes? I don't know, but I had $6 on it. The last thing on this little shelf here is a beer bottle. I had $1. $1. See, there's $1 things at antique stores. Well, at least there isn't mine. But it is Tavern Beer. It's this beer bottle with the paper label. And I think that this might have been like the tax number on it. But it's brewed and bottled by somewhere in Lafayette, Indiana. Oh yeah, it says the Internal Revenue Tax Paid. So they stamped it on the label. And it's probably kind of hard to see, but it has some horses, and there's a girl there, and it looks like an old English tavern. So this was $1. Nobody bought it. Probably because it was in this dark corner of the shop, but I never lie. This is Boston baked beans. It's a little bean crock. Isn't it cute? Now, I had several of these, and I'd put little brush Christmas trees in here. You could turn it around like that if you didn't want it to say Boston baked beans, but it's a cute little nugget of a crock, and I had $12.50 on it. I have a hard time not buying these ashtrays when I see them. They're not fancy ashtrays. They're not like art glass ashtrays or anything, but they're still kind of neat. This one's actually from the Indiana Academy of Central Practice, which I don't know what that is. I'm assuming it's something medical, which is kind of ironic because this is an ashtray. But back in the day, cigarettes didn't have the stigma that they have now. But you can see it almost has like a red cross on it. Has a little bit of spots where the decal has faded, but it's not chipped anywhere on the glass. Here's one. I have 2 of them. I had $5 a piece on them, but this one's a little bit better. And they're exactly the same, only one of them has a little bit more wear than the other. I did try to research these. I remember when I got them, and I still couldn't figure out what that was from. But I know everybody will know where this one is from. Everybody's heard of this one. It's just a little amber Best Western. You remember Best Western? Best Western used to be kind of a decent hotel. I mean, I remember we used to stay in Best Western as a child. I don't know that I'd want to stay in a Best Western now, probably, but they used to be like a legit hotel. I had $3 on this little Best Western Ashtray. It is a Madewell insulator. What number is it? It's a number 10. Is it embossed on there? Yeah, I can see. The thing that's nice about these insulators, and these are insulators, like these are insulators. They typically will usually have the name of the manufacturer embossed in the glass and the number. So it's a really easy lookup on eBay. So if this one's just Madewell, number 10. And sometimes you can take the measurement of it and just put it in as an eBay search and you can see what comps are. And these clear ones they're not as desirable as the blue or the green. I had a really cool green one, but these are still neat. People use them in their displays. This one's in great condition. I had $6 on it. And I have put a tea light candle and used it as a little tea light holder. Some people will turn them into a craft or they'll turn them upside down and put a candle in them. So these can be they can be decor and they can be purposeful. But the nice thing about these is when you see them out and about, you can look them up by the little embossment on them. Do you guys remember when there were ashtrays in cars? Look, I'm showing all this smoking memorabilia. I do not smoke. My dad smokes. I don't smoke, but it seems like this is the smoking section apparently. Which if you smoke, that's your business. But I remember when there were ashtrays in cars. But this is a car ashtray. You don't see these every day. It's just a little metal with a hinged lid ashtray. I had $20 on it. That's something that you don't see every day, huh? This is a cast wall hanging of a Ford Model T, I think, made by Midwest. Yeah, it says it's embossed Ford, but let me show you what it is. It's heavy. It's a cast iron piece. It is embossed Ford Midwest. I had $10 on this guy. Man, maybe I should keep this and take it home. This might be something that everybody needs. It's a respirator. Yeah. I don't know that it would work that well, but it's for nuisance dust only. So I love the graphics on this box. I have $8 on it. It's made by Wilson from Reading, Pennsylvania, or Reading, Pennsylvania. Reading, Pennsylvania. Sorry if you're from Pennsylvania. I'm totally getting your city messed up. But the graphics on this alone is great. But it is a Dustite Respirator, number 2D. But look, it's for nuisance dust. It's only for dust that is a nuisance. Like when you're cleaning the house, and that dust is a nuisance. And it protects you from pollens and dusts. And because, you wear your hat, your dress and your apron when you're cleaning the house. And then this guy is cleaning out his garage or putting coal in his boiler. The farmer working in the field, that's a lot of dusty. It gives you instructions. But the cool thing about this box is that it's full. It still has, oh my gosh. Could you imagine cleaning house in this thing? Look at this. What is that for? I think it's missing. It might be missing one of the little things, but you put it on your face like that. Wow. I don't know what all this filters out, but I mean, maybe we should keep this at home just in case. But could you imagine wearing this when you're cleaning the house? Oh, I'm just cleaning your rooms, kids. But I think that's missing the little screw thing here because they just shoved a rag in there. But it does have the, oh, well, isn't that handy? It comes with extra filters and a sticker. What is that? I don't know what that is, but, oh, these are filters. So, it's got extra filters. I mean, this probably isn't that much of a joking thing. This might be a really handy, I mean, maybe not since it's missing that little screw, but it's interesting to say the least. But I'm sure if I tried selling it now, I'd probably be able to sell it for a lot more than $8, but it's kind of neat. Okay, moving on. What about this guy? This is like a barn pulley. So this would hang, and then it has the hook, and you could hang whatever it is you hang in a barn from it. Hay, buckets, I don't know. But there'd be a rope that would go around here, and so it's a pulley system. So you could raise the bucket and lower the bucket. It has this cast iron hook on it. I have $12 on this. What I see a lot of people using these for is they'll hang them maybe with a rope from their ceiling or from their porch, and then they'll hang a houseplant from it or a fern or something from it. It just makes it a little bit more interesting than just, you know, your everyday hook. And I have a liquor decanter. It doesn't say who made it, but it's very pretty. It's just like this cobalt blue. It has the cork in it. This is probably from the 70s, I would think. I have $12 on it, but it's still a very useful piece. You could still, you know, put your liquor in here and it look like you have a fancy liquor cabinet. Or you could use this guy and keep your alcohol in a bear, a pearlized bear. And then you can just rip his head off and pour your, isn't that a little weird? I mean, I guess that would be the best place to put it, but this is from 1968. You put your hair back on, Mr. Bear. Okay. It's Ezra Brooks it's 12 years old, 90 proof, real sippin' whiskey. Now, some of these decanters are collectible. It still has the tax stamp right there on his shoulder. He is a cool bear. He doesn't have any chips or flaws on him anywhere, but I had $12 on him. I know I could sell him for a lot more money on eBay, so I probably will get him listed on to eBay. Mr. Bear. He's got a friendly face. He doesn't mind that you take his head off to pour your booze. It doesn't smell like anything anymore. Or if you would rather, you can keep your alcohol in an elephant with a football. This is from Jim Beam. It's 100 months old. Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Bottled by James M. Beam in Claremont, Kentucky. It's a cute little elephant guy. Now, his cork is a little something to be desired. So it wouldn't, that's not his cork. That's just a stick in his head to make him stay on his football, I think. Just so he doesn't toss a lot. Looks like his cork has been taken off of him at some point. But he's in great condition. What did I have on him? I had $8 on Mr. Elephant Decanter. And it does have the embossment on the bottom, Jim Beam. I have seen these. I mean, this isn't a rare piece. I have seen it before. I've seen the bear one before too, but it's just kind of a fun piece to put in a man cave. All right, I'm going to move this stuff and I'll be right back to show you some more.